Most people are afraid of the dark, but in this room, the darkness is alive.
Hello?
If you turn off the light, it's standing right behind you. If you turn it on, it vanishes. But make no mistake, it's still there, waiting for the shadows to return. The nightmare begins at a textile factory. The owner, Paul, is closing up for the night when his secretary spots a terrifying silhouette in the warehouse. Every time she flicks the light switch, a twisted woman with long claws appears and disappears like a glitch in reality. Terrified, she flees, leaving Paul alone. Paul thinks it's a prank until the power cut hits. Trapped in total blackness, he's dragged into the shadows by a creature that shouldn't exist. This is just the beginning of a family curse. It feeds on depression and thrives in the dark. While his sister lives on her own, young Martin lives alone with their mother, Sophie. But their home is far from safe. Late that night, young Martin finds his mother whispering into a pitch-black corner. She claims she's alone, but the darkness tells a different story. As Martin retreats to his room, a pale, twisted hand with claws like needles reaches out from the shadows of the room. He realizes his mother isn't just talking to herself. She's hosting a monster. Martin's life is falling apart. He's failing in school and terrified to sleep, prompting a social worker to call his older sister Rebecca. The diagnosis? Martin isn't just tired. He's being haunted. Then, Martin says the one name that makes Rebecca's blood run cold, Diana. It's the same friend their mother talked to when Rebecca was a child, a nightmare. She thought she had escaped years ago. Rebecca confronts her mother, Sophie, realizing she's stopped her treatment. But Sophie doesn't want pills, she wants Diana. She chooses the darkness over her own children, forcing Rebecca to take Martin away for his own safety. Safe in her apartment, Rebecca thinks the nightmare is over until the lights begin to flicker. A scratching sound fills the room, and a twisted figure crouches in the doorway. It's not a prank. As the light strobes, the silhouette gets closer and closer, confirming the terrifying truth. Diana hasn't just stayed with Sophie. She followed them. But the law doesn't care about ghosts. The next morning, a social worker arrives to force Martin back to his mother's house. Rebecca is powerless to stop it, left alone in an apartment that now feels tainted by Diana's presence. With Martin gone, Rebecca notices a chilling detail: the name Diana carved directly into her floorboards. This wasn't just a hallucination. Her memory flashes back to her own childhood, to a drawing where her father was crossed out and replaced by a spindly, dark figure. Desperate for answers, Rebecca and her boyfriend Brett break into her mother's house. Uncovering a dark history hidden in old medical files and tape recordings, they discover Diana wasn't just a ghost. She was a real girl with a skin condition so severe that light was literally lethal to her. She wasn't just Sophie's friend. She was a violent, possessive force that refused to let her go. In a desperate attempt to cure her, doctors forced Diana into intense light therapy, but the treatment backfired. The light didn't cure her, it destroyed her, leaving behind a vengeful spirit that could only survive in the shadows she once feared. Rebecca warns Martin that Diana isn't just a ghost, she's a parasite. After a lifetime of being treated like a monster and losing her father to suicide, Diana became obsessed with Sophie. She doesn't just want a friend. She wants to replace anyone who gets close to her. This is why Diana is so aggressive. She isn't just haunting the family. She is seeking revenge for the light that killed her. Thinking they are safe, the siblings are lured into a trap. A knock at the door leads to an empty wardrobe, but the real threat is already inside. Diana strikes from the shadows beneath the bed, nearly dragging Martin into the darkness. It's a chilling reminder. Diana isn't just haunting the house. She's hunting them. Back at the house, Rebecca tries to break the spell Diana has over their mother. She pleads with Sophie to realize that Diana is a parasite feeding on her depression, not a friend. But Diana's influence is too deep. Sophie lashes out, choosing her ghost friend over her own daughter. The family prepares for a final stand, turning the house into a fortress of light. They tape down switches and light every candle, But the darkness is already winning. Sophie manages to pass a secret note to Rebecca, begging for help, but it's too late. The medication is gone, and the house's power is about to be the next thing to vanish. The power fails. Total darkness. The house is now a hunting ground. Rebecca scrambles for the fuse box, while Martin clings to a single, flickering candle, the only thing standing between him and those needles. But Diana is smart. She lures them both into the basement and slams the door, trapping them in her world. Brett tries to intervene, but his flashlight is snatched away. He barely escapes with his life by using his car headlights to blast the shadow into oblivion. The police arrive, but they have no idea they aren't dealing with a human intruder. Bullets do nothing against a ghost of pure shadow. In a matter of seconds, the officers are dragged into the darkness, leaving Rebecca alone to face the monster for the final time. In the final confrontation, Diana prepares to kill Rebecca, mocking Sophie's attempts to stop her with a gun. "Bullets can't hurt me," the shadow hisses. But Sophie realizes the truth. Diana is a parasite attached to her own mind. If the host dies, the parasite dies with it. With a final look at her daughter, Sophie pulls the trigger not at Diana, but at herself. As Sophie falls, Diana is incinerated in a flash of light, vanishing forever as the bond is finally broken. The shadows were finally gone, but the scars would last a lifetime. The tragic end of Lights Out leaves us with a chilling question. Was Diana ever a real ghost? Or was she simply a physical manifestation of Sophie's mental illness? It's a heartbreaking look at how trauma can haunt a family for generations. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more horror summaries. And I want to hear from you in the comments. If you were trapped in that house, what would be your plan to stay in the light? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.